This is a literal equation because it has a lot of unknowns. That's why there's a lot of variables in it. Variables are numbers that we don't know. And so if I wanted to solve this literal equation for t, let's highlight t. This is what we're solving for. Oop. And that means that I need to get t all by itself. T is our bomb. Let's save the r. Since they are right next to each other, they are multiplying. So I need to divide by r on both sides. R over r is 1. I'm left with t equaling p over r. This one, let's solve it for y here. So y is going to be our bomb. We need to save the ax and the b. Ax are stuck together with multiplication. This is like if I had, it's just a number here. It's like if I have 2 times 3, well that's 6. I need to, but because I don't know the numbers, I have to just take it all in one chunk. They're stuck together. So I need to get 0 here. So to get 0, I minus ax on both sides. Here I get 0, bring down by, equals c minus ax is just c minus ax. They go side by side, and then to get rid of the b is timesing, so we're going to divide it. There's 2 ways you can write this. You can write it dividing each term individually. So we'll have y equals c minus ax. Okay, c over b minus ax over b. Or we could have just y equals c minus ax all over b. These 2 things are the same, and so both of them work. This one, we're going to solve it for the height, h. And when I say height, that's because this is area equals 1/2 base times height. This is the equation for the area of a triangle. So if I want to get h by itself, well, I want to get rid of this fraction first. To get rid of fractions, we need to multiply by the denominator on both sides. 2 over 2 becomes 1, which gets rid of our denominator, our fraction. We're left with 1 bh, but we don't need to put the 1, so I'm just going to put bh. And then 2 times a is just 2a. I don't need to put the times symbol. And then I still don't have h by itself. I want to get rid of the b, so I divide it out. b over b is 1, and h is 2a over b. Okay, this one we're going to get h by itself, h again. And so this 12g, again, that's stuck together, and we need to move it all at once. So we're going to minus 12g to get 0, minus 12g. Here's 0, 31h equals negative 8 minus 12 more is negative 20g. And then I can divide this by 31 on both sides. 31 over 31 is 1. H is negative 20g over 31. There's a couple ways to write it. I could write it negative 20 over 31g as a fraction in front. Those are the same thing. Or I could even divide those numbers out and write the decimal. I like fractions a little bit better, so I'm going to go with that. All right, last one on here. We've got, this is the formula for Fahrenheit and Celsius. So this is actually Celsius is equal to 5/9 times the Fahrenheit minus 32. So on this one, we want to, let's go the other way and let's get the formula for Fahrenheit. So right now it's for Celsius. So we need to get rid of the 5/9. And to do that, I could just times it all by 9 to get rid of the 9. And then I'll end up dividing it all by 5. Let me show you this. So I have, to get rid of the fraction, I'm going to times it by 9. And because everything here is already timesing, you only times the 9 once over here, not to everything, because it's all timesing anyway. You only need to times it to every term, and terms are separated with plus and minus. So 9 over 9 is 1. We got 9c equals 5f minus 32. And the 5 is timesing all of the f minus 32. This whole thing is being times. So to get rid of the 5, I would divide it out. Okay, I'm actually going to go backwards and show you something a little bit different instead of doing that. So instead of timesing by 9, if we actually times by 9/5 on both sides, that's going to turn, so let's, here we've got 5/9. And if we times by 9/5 on both sides, 9/5, then we have 9 over 9 is 1, 5 over 5 is 1, and now we're already left with f minus 32, which is really nice to just get it over with, get it out of the way. So now we have 9/5 c. And do I really need parentheses on the right side here? They're not really doing anything anymore because there's nothing on the outside of them. So I could just drop them. I don't need those anymore. And I can just add the 32 on over. So I get 0. And I have Fahrenheit is equal to 9/5 c plus 32.